everyone, this is Lady T with your Cancer Halloween reading. Um, it's entitled Witches, Wizards, Shadows, and Magic. So there's lots of different cards out here, lots of different messages. I pulled from multiple decks in layered ways. So before we get started, I want to say thank you for supporting me in any kind of way, and I hope that the messages help you. And let's go ahead and get started. Now, what I've done here for the tarot messages, I've combined both the Witches Tarot and the Wizards Tarot together to see what we get. Now, for center energy, what I thought was interesting is you have the Six of Wands in your challenge position. So really trying to have a victory in the situation, and that's what's challenged you at this time. You've got Eight of Pentacles, so you've been, really working hard. That's your crowning energy. But you also have the Five of Wands in your challenge position as well. So really trying to deal with some conflict at this time, really trying to avoid conflict perhaps. But that is a challenge for you also. So that's probably what may be putting your Six of Wands in challenge position as well. Because what led up to this is your Ten of Wands. This has been a very, very heavy burden for you, but it's coming to an end with it being a 10. And your outcome is the moon. So hidden things being illuminated is what I'm getting there. And what I thought was interesting is when I look over here to your witch's oracle message, you got the moon there as well. So double confirmation here that things are coming to light. Things that were hidden are coming into the truth now. Now let's go ahead and take a look at your the oracle of the great mystic messages clarified by the witch's oracle deck. First message here we have is your witchcraft, spell work, and divination. Gather materials and revel. Step under the moon. So again, another really emphasis on the moon here and how that is going to help you get the illumination you need, perhaps help you release things that might need to be released. Because you have the magpies as your clarifier here. And with that, you've got a good omen coming in, you've got joy coming in, where you may have really not had that for a minute, okay? So this is all about something happened spontaneously as well. Now, next we have your second message is the gods of gratitude. Mighty audience, masculine. So perhaps there's a masculine in your life that's going to perhaps give you some assistance, give you some support. The other thing that I'm getting here too is perhaps maybe needing to come into balance with your divine masculine energy. I'm not sure why that's coming out, but it did. Now we also have here the Hound as your clarifier. I'm looking at the little thing for these because I haven't used these in a while. Okay, makes sense. Because usually most dogs represent loyalty, right? So this is someone who you really, really trust. You know they're loyal. You know they're faithful to you. And this could be a love interest. This could be a family member who you really, really respect and who loves you greatly. Now we have your third message is womb of love, an elemental moment, fertility. So being very creative is what I'm getting here. Also, for some reason, womb of love, I'm thinking of heart chakra opening as well for some reason. Now, we also have the Viper as your clarifier there. Let me take a look here and see what we get for the Viper. Okay, where are we here? Okay, all right. So the Viper is really about rebirth and shedding your old skin. So letting the past go, Womb of love also with that clarifier could mean that you are stepping into your authenticity by stepping into your own self-love, coming into balance within yourself, letting old things shed away so that you can come out new, right? And then the last one, we have sweet devil. And it says dark thoughts, self-doubt, balance. So that's to me perhaps the hidden things that are coming to light for you, is really coming into what has held you back in the past, what has been that just one area that just, you just can't seem to get beyond, right? Now we're going to move into our shadow messages here. So I have the Oracle of Shadows and Light, and then I have the Shadows Oracle from Maruka, I think is the person. Yeah, Maruka. So the first one we have here is I am Kali. From death comes rebirth. So here again, another clarifying message of this transformation that you're going through, shedding the old to step into the new. And the shadow message here is stubborn shadow, fixed or set in purpose or opinion, refuse to change, difficult and flexible. So really don't let your stubbornness get in the way of meaningful process. Know when to stand firm and when to let go. So this is really about not resisting the change that is trying to occur in your life, the transformation, the death and the rebirth, the shedding of the old skin, releasing that and allowing that to happen, and perhaps using the moon energy to do so. I know that typically when I am going through times when I need to release things, I do write a letter to myself, or I write a letter to whoever's involved. I go ahead and tear that up and I burn it, but I do it under a new moon situation. Um, or perhaps and then don't quote me on the moon cycles because I'm still confused about those. But I think new moons are where you're trying to um, put your intentions out there, right? Whereas full moons are about harvesting those things you put out there. So really look into that, because it may help you. And I also burn candles. I, get scented oils and stuff like that. That will help me to also manifest those things into my life. So really pay attention to that stubbornness you have going on, that resistance, because with this energy the way that it is, I don't think we're going to be able to stay in resistance. We're all supposed to be moving forward, healing, and growing. Now your next message is Angel of Time, working too hard. Okay. And remember, you have the Eight of Pentacles crowning you over here. So you've been putting a lot of effort in to something. So really, this is that warning. Hey, you got to take care of yourself. You got to be in balance. Overworking without really allowing that renewal of your spirit, your energy, really drains you. Okay. Now we've got volatile shadow, explosive temper and easy to anger, moody, feels strongly and overreacts. Okay. Before you spring into action, ask yourself if your anger is a friend or an enemy. And I want to say this too, because this is coming through pretty loud and clear. When we're tired, when we are overworked, we have not replenished our spirit. We have not given self love to ourselves, to really, fill our own cup. We come out pretty strong, and project our anger and our tiredness and that whole thing onto other people without really knowing it. So really caution you there. Next we have autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. So this is about standing in faith, keeping the faith, and keeping hope alive, right? And then you have your shadow message, which is projecting shadow. And we talked about that just a moment ago. Projecting traits or emotions onto others, mirroring self-defense, self-justification. So are you justifying this anger, explosive thing you're doing? Are you justifying these emotions that you're projecting on others? And the message is determine when you are projecting or who's projecting onto you to avoid getting sucked into a cycle of negativity. And remember, we had that Five of Wands over here in challenge position, right? So that's where we want to pay attention to. Are we perhaps being, the conflict? Are we the ones stirring the pot for the conflict? Are others stirring the pot for the conflict? And really being able to recognize that, okay? And really nip it in the bud. Don't fall into it anymore. You're trying to shed that old skin. You're trying to move forward, and just really walking in your true nature. Last one here, Lady with a Bosch egg, ancient wisdom. So really getting some assistance. And again, that leads me right back to the gods of gratitude here with maturity. Mighty audience, masculine, right? This masculine presence in your life could be perhaps sharing some wisdom with you, is what I'm getting there. And then we have intolerant shadow, unwilling to accept others' differences, narrow mind, biased, prejudiced, bigoted. Strength lies in differences, not similarities. By accepting, be accepting of others' differences, choices, and their personalities. So, really, this is about learning to get beyond perhaps some things that you believed in once, and allowing people to be who they are, because that's truly what we all want. You want to be who you are, to be accepted for who you are genuinely, and accepting, accepted all along the way. So this is about tolerating the same thing for others. Okay, and now we're getting on to our magical messages, right? So we have believe in your own magic first. Then we have the, which one is this one? Hold on a second. Making Magic Oracle. And the last one is your Wishcraft message. So here we have Sundress, do it for you. So this is about really doing things for you. What makes you happy? What brings you joy? What really, really gives you that spark again, right? Now, we also have Perseverance, the motivation to keep going despite the odds, right? Okay, so that's keeping going, whatever you decide to do, make sure that it's for you and not for others, because people pleasing never works, and you end up becoming very, very resentful. And that just brings me right back to that hard work. What are you working so hard on? Is it for somebody else's you know somebody else's purpose, or is it because it's what you want to do? And then your witchcraft message is dance the rainbow. I love to have beauty in my life. So when you say do it for you here, right? With the sundress card from the believe in your own magic, this is about, hey, really treating yourself well. This is about self love, taking care of you. Okay. Now, next message we have is lioness. You've earned all your stripes, right? So you've gone through the fire. Okay. And you most certainly have a right to honor that, right? Your magic oracle message: successful career, happy working environment, pay rises. Okay, I think that's supposed to be pay raises, and promotion. So these are good things coming in for you. But again, remember, you got to have that balance. You can't work so hard that you can't enjoy it, that you can't feel, good about it, all that. Okay. And I can create magic anytime I wish. The magic potion. Okay, wonderful. Okay, next card for you is red, forgive. So what do you need to forgive? Do you need to forgive others? Do you need to forgive yourself? Okay. Sounds like some healing has to go on here. And then we have goddess, healing feminine energy coming in to help you here, right? To forgive. Okay. And then the witchcraft message, magic eggs, beginning something is exciting. And being excited about this newness, right? Because you're shedding your skin, you're letting things go, you're really paying attention to those shadow aspects we talked about and working through those. You're going to forge ahead, you're going to start living your life for you. And I don't mean selfishly. But we have this tendency when we give, we never fill our own cup. Then we become very resentful and angry because we're so tired. Okay, now we have spaceship. Don't be afraid to sing. So really, soar is what I get there as the visual that came in. Abracadabra with wings. Fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. So you've got great things coming for you. Don't be don't be the obstacle that's going to block that from coming in, but you do have some things to look at with the shadow aspect. Okay, now we have Au, my voice is heard in the world. So really standing in your truth, right? standing in your power at this time, because as you come into this newness, that's what that shedding of the skin is all about. Healing things and shedding the old and moving forward, doing things for you, taking care of yourself before you take care of other people. Last one is library. Take control of your own narrative. What stories are you telling? Who's pulling your strings, you or somebody else? And if you're pulling your strings, it's usually because of the thoughts and the stories you're telling yourself. And then we have here, Clarifier, the festival creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic event. So something coming in for you. Tree of Life, true wisdom and making good choices in life. Again, coming back to, was it this card? Wait, there was another card here. Yeah, the Ancient Wisdom card here. Really applying that wisdom, right? Because you've earned your stripes over here, right? You've earned the right, okay, to love yourself, to be what you want to be your authentic self, to step into your power. You've earned it. You've gone through the fire, okay? And the last witchcraft message: celebrate the seasons. Magic happens all the time, all times of the year. So magic can happen anytime. There is no set time for magic to happen. And so I do hope that this helps you, Cancer, with your Halloween message for October 2022. Much love and light, Lady T.